The daughters of Adam and Eve, named Asenate and Asherah, grew up under the generous Son of Eden, surrounded by the abundance of creation. With their radiant beauty and pure innocence, they were the jewels of the primordial family. Asenate, the eldest, possessed a kindness that soothed even the wildest creatures, while Asherah, the youngest, was fearless and curious, always eager to explore the mysteries of the garden. One day, while harvesting ripe fruits for the evening feast, Asenate and Asherah stumbled upon a strange bush covered in thorns. Curious, they approached and saw a sinuous serpent whose eyes gleamed with a sinister intelligence. The serpent, known as Lucifer, whispered seductive words to them, questioning God's authority and instigating disobedience. Intrigued, the daughters of Adam and Eve listened attentively as the serpent convinced them to taste the forbidden fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Asenate hesitated, remembering her father's instructions to obey divine laws. However, Asherah's curiosity won out, and she persuaded her sister to share in the forbidden fruit. As they bit into the forbidden fruit, Asenate and Asherah felt a wave of knowledge and shame flood their once innocent bodies. They hid among the trees, fearing God's wrath. When Adam and Eve finally found them, the Garden of Eden was steeped in sadness and separation, for their daughter's disobedience had shattered the perfect harmony that existed between God and humanity. Despite the fall, Asenate and Asherah learned to value God's grace and the redemption offered through sacrifice. They became strong matriarchs, passing down to future generations the lessons learned in Eden about the importance of obedience, forgiveness, and the pursuit of reconciliation with the divine. And so, the daughters of Adam and Eve left their legacy in the history of humanity, reminding everyone of man's frailty and God's infinite mercy. Over the years, Asenate and Asherah witnessed the birth of their own children, teaching them the virtues of faith and humility. They shared stories about Eden, reminding them of the consequences of disobedience and the importance of living in harmony with divine will. However, time brought challenges and tribulations. The daughters of Adam and Eve faced tragedies and losses, but also experienced God's kindness and grace in their lives. Through it all, they remained steadfast in their faith, inspiring their families to trust in the divine plan, even when paths seemed dark. As they aged, Asenate and Asherah became symbols of unwavering wisdom and love, known throughout the land for their devotion to God and care for others. Their lives were a journey of redemption and hope, reminding humanity of the importance of seeking reconciliation with the Creator. And so, the daughters of Adam and Eve left a lasting legacy, not only as the first women of the earth but as examples of faith, perseverance, and love amidst adversity. Their name echoed through the ages, inspiring future generations to follow the paths of righteousness and devotion, even in life's toughest moments. As Asenate and Asherah aged, their fame spread beyond the borders of Eden. Their descendants grew and spread across the land, carrying with them the stories and teachings passed down by their matriarchs. Through generations, the daughters of Adam and Eve became legends, remembered not only for their lineage but for the wisdom and kindness that permeated their lives. Temples were erected in their honor, and their stories were recorded in sacred scrolls, preserving their legacy for future generations. Even after their deaths, the impact of Asenate and Asherah continued to be felt. Their stories inspired leaders, prophets, and sages throughout the centuries, guiding many to seek a life of righteousness and devotion. And so, the daughters of Adam and Eve remained alive in the collective memory of humanity, remembered not only as the first women of the earth but as eternal symbols of faith, hope, and love. Their legacy endured through the ages, illuminating the path for those who seek truth and peace in a world of constant challenges and changes. As centuries passed, the legacy of Asenate and Asherah continued to resonate through the ages, reminding humanity of the importance of faith, humility, and love amidst life's adversities. Their lives were a testament to God's redeeming grace and humanity's ability to rise above its shortcomings. Though they lived in a distant time and place, the lessons taught by Asenate and Asherah remain timeless, transcending barriers of language, culture, and time. Their names were etched in the stars as guides for the lost, and their stories were told around the world as a source of inspiration and hope. And so, the legacy of the daughters of Adam and Eve lived on forever, reminding humanity of the eternal promise of forgiveness and redemption, and inspiring each generation to seek truth, justice, and love in all aspects of life. Their lives were a testament to the greatness of divine creation and humanity's capacity to rise above its flaws, finding light even in the darkest shadows of existence.